could definitely be another good affair for the Endpoint. Let's just see if we can see the double orbs again. That's what I'm hoping for. The Mighty Max and Crucial duo with that AWP, because we saw some impact on the city side of Train.
Yeah, Max had a really good showing with the AWP. Surprisingly so, you know. We look obviously at the Crucial AWP, we talk about who could potentially be the secondary AWP for Endpoint. Apparently it's Mighty Max with a secondary IGL as well. I mean, what do you say to that? The pistol round for Endpoint, no orbs out just yet. Got a few rounds before we get there, but we'll see how well they contest here on the defensive. They start things off on CT side with the defuse kit on Mighty Max. He's playing in mid for rotations. Copenhagen Flames set up 2 towards tunnels, but 3 and the bomb out to the longhouse position. Robin will take contact, see those 2 players out there, but unable to get any early picks. Just a little bit of damage traded between each side.
Yeah, Cyril's really aggressive in the short phase, so he's going to get the information of the lowest players. Can he tap away? He can't quite. Tries to at least fall back, but at the moment, we're seeing quite a heavy B stack coming out from the city side.
Queenix finally takes an opening frag. First blood in the map against Robin. Gets a second kill on Crucial. All right, now we're starting to see people step up for the Copenhagen Flames. Meanwhile, the T side counter-rotate back to the B bomb site. Queenix suspects there's no one here, but Mighty Max is in position with the defuse kit over at the B doors. USP hoping for someone to cross early. If he can take out Queenix, he might open up a chance, but the T's are on their way back in. 40 seconds to the clock.
Thomas is going to get so much information in just a second. Jiggle peeking out for the window position. They know there's a player towards car. Mighty Max is going to swing, but Queenix is just not peeking. Oh, but he gets another kill. Queenix finally coming alive. Thomas trying to tap away with Cyril, but this round you'd almost have to think it's all over unless they're able to do it. Thomas finding 2 kills, and that's the bomb dropped into the open. Oh, when Thomas follows up again, it's all down to 1. What a round coming out from Endpoint. How have they brought that back?
No idea. That should have been Copenhagen Flames winning the pistol. Saw Queenix land absolute shots, but Thomas coming in with these 2 picks. One blind on the player in smoke. I think the info was called by one at the bit of mid door, bit of B doors, I should say. But to get the accurate shooting that well on the flick, that is impressive from Thomas in his prediction game. Nolios coming in from mid, couldn't quite end off. The setup was good for Copenhagen Flames, but just a little bit late on the rotations, and again, mispositioned in the pistol. Endpoint start things off, and CPH goes straight to the mid to B player, or at least one player does. They smoke out the CT cross, and the scout from Crucial will see 4 crossing in towards short. Farley takes down Refresh, and now TKs are coming in against the Copenhagen Flames side. Not a single point of damage done to the CT forces, and we're going to be seeing Farley on -1 kills to start things off.
Oh, you don't really like to see that, do you? -1. See if he can get that number even lower. But for Copenhagen Flames, we will see the rifles start to come out. The 4 AKs and a Galil. Quick Xbox smoke coming out from Hooksy. The scout on Crucial. Look how many players are trying to go to the long area from the T side, and Cyril's going to match with them. Find the first. Can't follow up with any more, but the tag damage coming out with the scout.
Crucial going to get the hell out of dodge as well. The out left in play to not quite pick up the kills against Refresh and Queenix, but meanwhile, Robin and I believe that's Mighty Max there with him will both make their way out to the T-spawn and get the info on where they're playing at. The SMG will burst in. One player up top mid is going to be Hooksy. He takes out Robin. The burst in and the SMG doesn't quite do the damage, but Thomas comes in towards mid to take one player down. Further flashes out to the top mid area. The CTs will continue to contest. The bomb is out towards Suicide. If Crucial picks up this AK, gets the kill on the man, then Farlow could be in trouble, but he turns his back and rotates to the A bomb site. They think they've made their way into A. The truth is Copenhagen Flames are still playing the default here at 55 seconds to the clock.
And if Copenhagen Flames go to that A bomb site, they're going to be met with a stack from Endpoint. At least for the moment, Crucial hanging around this mid phase to try and get some information. Thomas is going to find a lot of it soon. He does have a flashbang and M4. 3 players of Copenhagen Flames low. Thomas can get 2 kills. Endpoint can definitely win this round.
Thomas is about to face out to the long position. He'll see several. Focus on the player in the pit position, but is unable to tap his way to the victory. It's Refresh there with a frag. But there are 3 very low HP players on this T side. Crucial coming in from CT is going to be unknown to the T side forces. Farlig, oh, what a shot. He jumps up, gets taken down. Refresh going to wrap back in from short. Queenix going to wait back here. Crucial is going to jump face, check out the site. He sees Queenix at the edge of the smoke. As it dissipates, he takes the spray down. He has to find Refresh next. Up on short. This is still a 3K clutch that he can win. And he's not even facing from the long position. The tap up. He's checking out long. He's expecting Refresh to be there. He swings out and gets that kill in the end. But fortunately, Copenhagen Flames recover with a lot of damage done to the T-side board. But for a moment, you would have thought that Refresh may have been caught out in the open there. Not to be first finally on the board with the Danes.
Yeah, that's a fantastic reposition coming out from Refresh as well. With that bomb planted to the long face, there's just no way that you can expect him to peek from short. And Copenhagen Flames, even with 3 players being so low, they're able to win out the first gun round of Dust 2. And Endpoint buy straight back into it. Early util to the B bomb site might bait out a little bit of utility from the UK side. Boost to check the short position. No contact being made yet. Slow round coming out for Copenhagen Flames. This time not making any presence, at least so far, to the long position.
Oh, Robin, what is that? I mean, it's probably luck at that stage. I mean, it's a good spray. Credit to him. Couldn't have landed it for certain, but Huxley was caught up there at the worst possible moment. Robin's going to look for another wallbang spray, and this is a bit more like what you should be seeing out of the wallbang positions. Robin takes damage. Nodios takes a bit as well. A-side defensive has 3 players here in total from long and from the site directly. The AK of Queen's going to face up. See a man in pit, unable to get the spray on Thomas. He takes him down. A 5-on-3 situation. The scout out from Farley can't deal with Robin. The boost up now leaves 2 players from the T side. The Molotov's in towards the right-hand side of the smokes. The sprays are good for Robin as he takes out a good frag on Odio. So he gets 1 trade, but Refresh is left alone in a 1-on-4. Does get Robin with the next frag. He's got the bomb on his back and may secure a plant here towards short if he's quick enough. That might be the best thing the Copenhagen Flames can get out of this round, though, here. 15 seconds. He gets peeked. Surreal will shut him down.
Great round. Great round coming out from Endpoint. And I don't think they quite pick up that AK. We saw Surreal trying to spam that AK over to Thomas, but he wasn't able to pick it up in time. But all in all, Endpoint completely destroy the economy of the T side, and they can get this momentum going in this first half. 3-1, not much of an upgrade at all coming out for the Flames. This just could be a straight B rush. There's only Mighty Max at the moment at the B bomb site. They have a single flashbang, Jay.
Going to get very aggressive out in the open. Sees the first man, sprays through, unable to take him down. Flames on the eco round. Crucial gets 1 burst fire, gets a secondary and a 3rd frag. And Mighty Max continues to finish off the likes of Farley. Leaving Queenix alone. Picked up towards the mid doors. Nice and easy there with all 5 staying alive and a bit of BM. Endpoint are playing so confidently right now. It is an anti-eco, so take from that as you will. Copenhagen Flames, however, they're forced into a tactical timeout.
Oh, well, I suppose while we've got a bit of a pause, big shout out to Esports Vikings. You'll be able to check them out in the Twitch panels below. High quality esports guides, whether you're playing, watching, or betting, head on over to them. A fantastic partner for Home Sweet Home. And a fantastic partner for Home Sweet Home as well has to be Endpoint, because so far they are looking to be in a very strong position. Potentially even a position to make it to the playoffs, Jay.
I mean, you certainly would be right if they continue playing this way. M4's AKs and FAMAS out against the AKs of the Copenhagen Flames side, so it's a lot of chance that Endpoint could get shut down from here, but obviously that's a way away before we find out whether they go to those playoffs. Copenhagen Flames out the gate, very aggressive in against the CT side, I should say. Thomas here towards the pit area, gets Refresh with distractions coming in at the corner. He gets himself a double, does not see the 3rd player, but Robin is there to cover him off. Spray through, doing damage to Nodios, completely blind. Crucial finishes the job. And that is another shutdown on the defensive of Endpoint.
Yeah, so far, not even a single kill. Great utility usage coming out from the UK side. Long exchange coming out to the B tunnels, but Surreal's going to finish it off. And what I love there is Thomas he makes his way to the pit position, but he's going to get overwhelmed. So a flashbang actually comes out. Thomas swings, fighting to bring that advantage back. And for Endpoint's sake, utility usage is great, and crosshair placement is fantastic.
But back to pistols for Copenhagen Flames. They are Deagles. a half by round, but Max lost bonus here. They need to get something going because otherwise this game will start to run away from them. Very similar to how Endpoint started things off on the first map. That did not happen in the 7th round of the first map, though. The Eagle from Queenix gets Robin. Nodios is traded back for a little bit of HP.
What? There's only one person on the A-bomb side. And now there's no one on the A-bomb side.
At least no one to defend short here from A. They've got a free bomb plant here. Copenhagen Flames don't know it just yet, but they'll walk straight out. Information will be heard by Mighty Max, and they might be in an awkward position for this post plant here. We'll go down open for short. An Endpoint coming in from mid to try to step towards short again, but look at how far Copenhagen Flames are pushed back to this area. Crucial. Taps up, takes hook C, spots the second player as well, who gets taken out by Mighty Max in the end. 4 on 3, making it 2, making it 1. Queenix on bomb site here with a Deagle to stand up and do some magic. It is a Deagle, so it's possible. Oh, he got the headshot through the wall. But that's as far as it will go. Crucial, closing it out. And it will be a 6th in the end for Endpoint. A little bit of damage done to the CT side, though, so it might not be all sunshine and roses here.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. Endpoint are probably going to be a little bit disappointed with that round. That was an over-rotate from the A-bomb site to set up a retake setup. I'm not sure if that was planned from Mighty Max or...
I feel like mentality-wise, they've checked out of this match already here, Dweg. You feel it slowing down at the end of Train, but coming into Dust 2, like, I feel like they're just not giving it their all at the moment. I feel like this tactical might try and fix some of that mentality. Like, they need to step up and stop making these mistakes.
Well, look at the kills that are so far. Farling is still on -1. Nodius is on 1 kill. Hooksy's on 1 kill. Only person at the moment is stepping up in terms of the fragging ability is Queenix, and a lot of those come down to some of those Zico kills. Far short take.
Looks for the setup here, no commitment. The bomb's not there on the short position, and the incendiary back from the CT side will try and ensure nothing else comes of it. Nice body block from Robin. I think that leaves a gap in that smoke. Jump down from Refresh. She's not suspecting this.
That's a missed smoke. That was a smoke for City Spawn, and that's why Refresh just got killed from it. So missed grenades coming out for Copenhagen Flames.
It was body blocked by Robin, so creates.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, it's all right. Surreal over on the window area will smoke up and try and stop the teams making their way out. Queenix could not get the frags. Surreal adjusts. Another player up for Mighty Max to get his double. And once again, Copenhagen Flames are picked apart here. I don't know what the game plan is from these guys, but it's just not working.
Certainly isn't. Definitely is not working. Doesn't look like these pauses are working either, really. Pretty poor round coming out from Copenhagen Flames. See a nice couple of picks in the end from Farling. And that's not great from Endpoint, giving up just 2 pretty easy duels. Mighty Max should never have even been picking that angle against the AWP. But this is how confident they are. So you can look at it both ways. One way is that, well, they're just giving up 1v1 fights. But another way is, well, they just want this to end. But Farling does get 3 kills in the end, Jay. But it's 7-1 and a very good scoreline for Endpoint.
A very good money line for Endpoint as well. I mean, you know, you can talk about losing unnecessary picks, but they're not going to be worried too much about the expense here. They can afford another AWP on Mighty Max. Could go that double op setup that you want to. They opt against it for the moment.
Yeah, look, at the moment, they haven't pulled it out yet on Dust 2, and things are working really well. I would try and keep this economy stable and just keep going with the rifles, because at the moment, everything's going right. This is going to be a B rush. Surreal's going to have to try and defend. But look how quick the rotations are already coming in from the City side.
Crucial with the AWP out. M4 spray from Surreal. Robin comes up with a nice simple crossfire, and again, they just get decimated here on the Copenhagen Flames side. A quick play that could do damage. They could take out Robin here. But Nodios is an unknown element. They know that he's here on the site, but where specifically? They know now. Thomas going to hear him jumping. And then the Mac 10 does go falling. Endpoint go 8-1 against Copenhagen Flames. Wow. Here's the thing, right? I expected Endpoint to have a decent showing. I didn't expect them to win, and I thought it would be close.
Don't try and get yourself out of this, Jay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's not even a joke here. Like, for real, like, I feel like Copenhagen Flames are just mentally drained, and they are mentally out of this series already. Like, they're trying everything they can, but they're not checking the smoke, which Surreal's hiding behind. The AWP with that first pick. Damaged up. He still gets Farling. It's Hooksie next. He gets a 3K. And Copenhagen Flames face one by one to this orb. None of them can get the kills, and the round is already over for the Danes.
I can feel for Copenhagen Flames a little bit in that round, Jay. That's the first time we've seen the double orb come out, and they know that Mighty Max has been playing a lot of the time at the B bomb site. So you'd expect maybe if the double orb came out that it would be one at B and then one at the A bomb site, but instead it's Surreal that picks up the AWP. And why are they just picking one by one? You are 100% correct by the fact that they look mentally drained. They're doing stuff that just doesn't even make sense anymore. And they need another tactical pause. It should come up soon. Double orbs. They're finding 4 kills between the AWPs. One by one. There's no flashbang. Nothing.
Compare this Copenhagen Flames to the one we saw earlier today.
Different team.
Compare this Copenhagen Flames to the one that we saw smash Gambit youngsters. They are a completely different squad. And mistakes are coming in left, right, and center for this team. Another tactical timeout. 3 used in this half for the Danes. But honestly, if I was their coach right now, I'd be saying, what the hell is going on, guys? You know, I'd be like, probably like disciplining them at this point because, you know, even in comparison to that last map, you know, Copenhagen Flames have just lost all levels of competence, it feels like, at certain points.
One thing I've definitely noticed from this Copenhagen Flames side is when things aren't going their way and their opposition gets momentum, no matter what they can do, they can't stop it. When we saw them on the Gambit Youngsters matchup, they were in control the whole time. And that's why we saw them playing to a very strong extent, because they were in control. Once we got maybe 5 or 6, 7 rounds into train, they stopped that control. They just lost their control, and they never even had a 1 round going into this map. They've got a player into the pit, and that's the Orpa from Farley. And even him, a big fragger that we saw in that best of 1, is just not even on the scoreboard at this point.
Double smokes up. We block off the cross.
Oh!
Crucial! Not the first time he'll land those shots, and probably not the last. Hooksy falling towards short. The plant goes in. Not a single point of damage done to the CTs going into this retake. They found the plant towards Goose. They're all coming up towards this short angles. Flashbang straight to the face of Refresh. He's blinded for the moment. And now they make their way in. AWP towards this long position. Farley getting 1. Didn't quite get a second. Refresh and Nodios will fall just as quickly as he does. The defuse will come through. And it's 10-1 up for Endpoint on
Flames. They do on deaths at least, but not in the kill count. That shot from Crucial. I love the way that Endpoint, even though they all come out from the short position, Thomas, he actually drops down to peek out from CT. So as soon as that AWP fires, immediately gets that trade. And look at the damage already. What is that? It's just an individual 1-by-1 play. Why? There is just no support.
Straight up and out from Nodios. He's dead and buried. Robin, Mighty Max, 2 picks. Hooksy next up. Robin will take him down all the same towards that mid to B position. Barlik left alone to burn. You know what they say about the 5 stages of grief here, Dweg?
Go on, then.
Denial, bargaining, anger, depression, acceptance. I think I'm definitely in the depression phase when it comes to Copenhagen Flames. But they've taken a tactical pause, which means we're going to a short break. So stick with us for a moment. Sorry, technical pause, I should say. So stick with us for the moment, and we'll come back after a few Twitch ads. A small crash coming in from the Copenhagen Flames side. Might give them a moment to think about their spot here, Dweg, but as I was saying before the break, I am most certainly in the depression phase before we move on to acceptance. for the Flame squad.
Well, I suppose at least, the fact of the matter is, there's a few more rounds left, so if any of the guys that are currently in the Twitch channel, head on over to midnight.com, watch and bet on Home Sweet Home. Bet €20, get €20 by using the referral code HOME. You'll find all of the information and the links in the Twitch panels. This could be a pretty good opportunity to bet on Endpoint right now. I'm not sure what the odds would be like, but I just don't see a way for Copenhagen Flames to come back into this. Things are... This is past recoverable for me.
That's the problem, right? It's like, you know, you probably could go ahead and put your money on Endpoint, but like the return will probably be so low at this point because the scoreline is so massive. I don't know what the odds are specifically, so don't quote me on any of this.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous to think that... Well, just to think that Endpoint have been able to deliver this convincing... Just that second half on Train, we saw, what, 7 or 8 rounds in a row towards the end for them to win it. And then we're just seeing so much momentum. We're seeing the double AWP being thrown over, sometimes from Mighty Max, sometimes from Real's picking it up. The Real's 13-2. Thomas is 13-2. They've died twice. Even as if it's not like we're saying Copenhagen Flames haven't been able to hold the post plan, haven't been able to win out the clutches. They haven't been able to find any picks. They haven't been able to find any openings. They've just been shut down at every hurdle.
And that's the problem, right? They have been shut down at every hurdle, every peak, every chance, every pick has just been taken away by Endpoint with easy affair, and it's so easy. It's so effective for this UK side.
KCS, boys.
I don't want to win like this, mate. I don't want to win like this. I want a good fight. I wanted a good matchup. I wanted a good best of 3 here, and it just feels like Copenhagen Flames, well, their flame has been snuffed right now by Endpoint. The moment respite by this tech pause. Will it break the momentum of the UKCT side? Well, a half buy for Copenhagen Flames. The Deagles out from all 5 players here for the T side. AKs and AWPs facing aggressive, looking to get that opening pick. Surreal on the same angle. He found opening kills on the B-bomb site before. Takes out Hooksy. Deagles down to do some damage to Queenix. Robin actually gets that spray in. He doubles up as he rounds that corner. Farlig and Nodios. Now just Farlig left alone with an Eagle down on Mighty Max.
Get to 16k. I feel like it would definitely be difficult, considering Robin's on 8k at the moment. But that just kind of tells the story of what we're seeing on Dust 2.
Oh, dear. Well, Mighty Max does get caught off for one good pick out towards the longhouse, but his spray is good enough to burn Queenix alive. 4-on-3 situation in favor. Recover this. They are trying to get some sort of advantages above Endpoint. They've just run boost their way into that long position. Thomas is sitting back behind Carlo, so with no one on site, they're all protected, and they're ready to receive the flames as they make their way up. 2 players out in the open. When does Thomas swing? Does he swing? Utility, 2 spotted. Spray up for the first man. Can't quite get refresh, but he's done his damage. And crucial, blind fire, but unable to connect it. It's still a man advantage for the CTs, though, going into this retake. Still looking at a confident lineup from Endpoint here.
3v2, Copenhagen Flames. They could get the opportunity of actually winning out this round. Refresh going to be able to get the bomb planted. Robin actually going to go down to 44 points of health from that incendiary. Refresh is so low.
He's anchor on the site as well. Farlig needs to step up. Missing that first shot. Refresh goes down. All left to the AWP up. He's on 4 frags, missing some really big AWP shots. And really some basic AWP shots as well. This could be a 14-1 half Dweg.
It's, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just everything is going their way. Literally everything. Even with Copenhagen Flames getting the bomb plant, yes, they're in a man disadvantage. And are they just going to push the upper tunnels? Oh my god. Oh! doable for Refresh. 1v2.
Mate, if he clutches this, his teammates better give him a snog, I swear to God. Gets the headshot. The plant down to the back of the stack. And in comes Surreal. Bombing the M4 picked up by Surreal. Incendiary. Back to the back line. Knows exactly where he's coming in from. Drops down. Does Refresh check this? Surreal's going to wrap the corner. And that will at least be a recovery round from Refresh. A 3K. But 7 frags on his board. Total in this half. But 9 kills tops for the Copenhagen Flames side. 10 kills at least for Endpoint players. Like, you can just see from those numbers alone, Dwayne, that this is so far gone.
Well, they're definitely not bringing the Flames today. And Copenhagen Flames, yeah, it's a tough one. Very tough one going into the second half of Dust 2. Look at that ADR, 133 for Robin in 15 rounds. And he's not even the top fragger. Oh no, he is, okay. He is by 1 kill. Watch them just rush B.
He's called it! Oh, here they come! Double Refresh going falling alongside Quinix. A 3-on-2 scenario still for the favour of the CT side. Taps up from the Glock. Surreal spots one in window and actually could be overwhelmed. Finally, Copenhagen Flames punished something. For Endpoint, I think they had it coming. They did go for a B rush. They third on the board within 10 of the lead here for Endpoint.
Well, if they win that, they would have just completely tilted their opponents, and that's why going a strat like that in a pistol round when you've just got such an advantage is always just a good thing or a good strategy to pull out, because especially when you're so close to victory road, trying to tilt your opponents right at the end could just be the advantage that you need. And you might think that it's kind of a throwaway round from Endpoint, but there is a lot of... You've already got to think. How much more can they find?
Minute and 10. Endpoint with their eco will make their way straight into the A-bomb site. Actually down to CT, catching a couple players off guard, but in the end the rifle firepower is too much to handle. And finally, Copenhagen Flames with a confident round they draw the T-side forces. No AWPs just yet. Another small technical pause coming in. This time for Copenhagen Flames. Probably another crash perhaps, Wig?
Yeah, potentially. So I think we're going to go and head over to just a quick little break, and we will be back with more CSGO action coming up after this.
A stomping comeback at that. A lot of work to be done by the Danes, and the CT side has gotten himself up to a good start here, but up against the rifles is where the real challenge will kick up. And they have upgraded their SMGs for more rifles, but that just leaves the economy in a weird state for Copenhagen Flames. Obviously with no loss bonus, a couple of players will be on a forced buy status, but other players on a hard buy status means that we're just in such a weird position for Copenhagen Flames. Like, they need to win every single round from here on out. I think that other than that, otherwise it's just going to be, you know, a whitewash from Endpoint.
And while we do have a little bit of a pause, I'd like to hear some of the thoughts of people in Twitch chat about the new CSGO update to Vertigo. Have you been able to see any of the new images?
I haven't, no.
The pages? So they've actually changed a lot to Vertigo. So we're actually running the new patch for today in Home Sweet Home. So if any team somehow decides that they're going to play Vertigo, I just don't see it being a possibility because they've literally had like 6 hours to crack on it. But there's some good changes. I'm loving the updates at the moment. Maybe an update to Endpoint.
They don't need updating. They're at their final form.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I hope they're not at their final form. I hope they're going to make even further runs. I mean, UK team to win a major, am I right?
Yeah.
It's not happening, of course.
Never say never.
The Endpoint side on the T side, though. The AK is out for all 5 players. The AWP. The Farlig looking out to the mid position on short as well. Max. We want to get a pick just yet. It's Farlig that takes out Robin to start. A refresh wrapping over to the ramp position. We'll see the next man of Crucial takes him down. A 5-on-3. A minute on the clock. So much effort needs to go behind these rounds for the Flames. And fortunately enough, they are getting those kills. So we're on a 2-man advantage for the CT side.
Endpoint may just give up a few rounds to Copenhagen Flames. Especially if they can start being a little bit more positive about things. A refresh getting flashed in from his teammate, not finding anything. 2 more players to defend at the B bomb side, but their attention has been pulled to the mid face. And Thomas, look how much he's been able to do. They've opened up B.
Oh no, I don't like this. 2-on-2. Yes, there is a HP advantage. Because here comes Farlig out from that position. He flashes over. He takes him down. Nodios AK, I believe it was spotted by Thomas's shoulder bait. He'll make some noise now so they'll know for 100%. He's there at the B doors. His back's turned to Thomas. The timing couldn't be worse. As it's 3 frags for the big gun. The consistent gun of Endpoint. And Copenhagen Flames needed that round so much. So much.
Just look at those muscles from Thomas. That's what won the round right there. Big man
tattoo.
Thomas up to the plate.
That tattoo's new. I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Oh, you got a sleeve, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, and he strikes with the NWP as well. He gives it back, and Crystal's like, you know what? You can still have it if you want.
A nice frag. Start things off out towards that longhouse. And of course on the 4th buy for Copenhagen Flames. Scout from Hooksy in a jump space. I've not seen many jump scouts in recent times. I'm kind of surprised they've even taken that. Orp for Crucial, just still looking down that mid position, hoping to catch off someone at the edge of the smokes. Max. AK rounds the corner. The flash is all. Oh! Nodio's caught taking his silencer off his gun. Crucial getting a 2nd kill on Hooksy towards mid. Queenix will find a trade. The Deagle's back from refresh. He needs to get something done, but it won't happen here. Queenix left alone towards the mid position, and Cyril coming in from B will get us to match point for Endpoint.
So on the A1S or the USP, and that gets him killed.
And that just shows even more the mentality game is wrecked, because if you're making silly little mistakes like that...
You make a good point.
I think we're done here. And again, I feel like Flames going out of this series, less with a burn and more with just a whimper. In position, Hooksy will make his way towards B-bomb site, but should be able to see the rifles force the issue here.
Flashbang into mid. Pretty much no one at this A bomb site, really. There's a player out towards long and a couple in CT, but no one actually at the A bomb site. Short smoke. They're going to retake it. They're giving up the site.
The outseam for Farley, going to try and see if he can find something on the entries, but as you say, nothing in terms of the actual defensive. He misses his first shot. Thomas knows he's there. Crucial will get refresh. The burst in from the M4 finds 2. And there are only 2 left for the CT side of Copenhagen Flames. Scout dropped in. The M4 still taps, gets damaged, and gets a headshot on Queenix. So it's all left to Hooksy. He's found 1. He needs to find 3 total. He's got 2 left in the server. And he's not going to be ready for Mighty Max. From the back, the spray. 16-14 for Endpoint.